a read on that? Or?
Well, he knows that we got the FEMA money that we did get.
Yeah.
And S&P did do they didn't change our A, but they downgraded our stability rating thing because we didn't have a lot of cash balance and that we weren't meeting our own general fund balance guideline.
That was like 2 years ago, right?
That was
because
just
we
this-
increased last year, right?
Yeah, but not to get up to the percentage that we were
Right.
supposed to be at. So
Right.
this they just did like middle of 2014. That they were considered stable, but we were one step higher than that before. So we still had an A, but they downgraded us a little bit because of the not meeting our fund balance guideline. So that should help because of getting the FEMA money and being able to repay some of those due to and froms between all the different borrowed departments, you know.
Okay.
The general fund still doesn't meet our
Right.
goal, so
Right.
that's still gonna be, we'll have to do a little tap dance on the phone with them about that. But I think that's explainable, cause I don't think it's rational to expect the city to just raise taxes just to build a general fund. And sometimes it's a winning argument, depends on who's on the phone with us. The other thing is, remember that S&P kinda got themselves in trouble by overstating the case of cities and counties and, and other, and banks. And so they're very careful about either upgrading or downgrading. They, used to be able to just move it along pretty easily, but not anymore. So.
So even if
I wouldn't say that that I'm like 75% sure that they're gonna change us and make us better. But I think that statement that we're, move back into stability, I think for sure that I'm pretty confident that that's gonna happen.
Yeah, I don't have any question about that myself, but I guess the advantage and the certainty of us being able to save or get that rating, that's going to allow us to get this better interest rate
Going forward, yes.
and going forward. But are there any other uses or any other needs for this rate study or rating study by Standard & Poor's except for this thing? These are all one-shot deals?
Well, if we do it this year though, we might, and if we do need to do a bond in a year or two, we might not need to do another rating.
We wouldn't have to do another
You
rating.
don't have to do it every year.
Right.
Or every time we sell the bond?
Right, yeah.
And sometimes, like the last time we sold
Just
them,
seems like it.
it was that,
Yeah.
we didn't do it the last time, and so we paid a little bit more interest rate because we didn't wanna rate it, cause we weren't sure that they would keep us as an A. We didn't wanna flirt with that, so we left that alone. So now we're taking a bit of a risk as to what they're gonna do, but it's really doubtful that they would downgrade us. But it's not a sure thing that they would upgrade us either. To the A+.
Yeah.
And the only reason you do this is to save money. That's the only reason we're redoing these, because we're not paying them off quicker. It's just, we're saving the taxpayer money by getting a better interest rate.
But we can't sell the bond unless we have this rating
Nope.
updated?
We could sell them unrated, but again, that would be very risky on our, that would be risky for us to do, because the interest rate would be higher than that 2.7 that we're looking at.
I see. Okay.
And if interest rates don't move until we went to 2017, we could potentially save even more, but I agree with Roger that I don't think interest rates are gonna stay there until 2017.
Yeah.
Or go lower.
Or go lower. So I would agree that we take the bird in the hand if we can get it.
And even if the rates did go up before we could do it, I mean, still, 200,000 is a big savings. I mean, 70,000 is a big savings. But I like 260 or 250.
Yeah. Thanks.
Are we good?
Call it in.
All in favor of the motion, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes, thank you. 8B, continued discussion decision regarding 2015 flower baskets, issues on purchasing, number replacement, funding, maintenance.
We reviewed the minutes, and we're gonna need a motion or something in order to do the check. That we discussed about certain amount of money divided by the number of flowers and
Number of baskets.
number of baskets. Couple things to keep in account. One is, we may not, with the sidewalks being in and out, a lot of them are gonna be tore up, and they're not gonna want people to drive on them. That could delay when we'd actually put the flowers out.
Just have the water man, that's all. That's no problem.
And I don't think we've gotten 100% commitment from the Lions yet.
I did
Have you
talk
heard
to
back
them
from them?
again. They wanna do it, but they do have issues with, they've been doing it for over 20-some years, so they'd like to get a little bit more money for doing it.
I think it's a total of 22 years.
Yeah,
They haven't done it that long.
but they've been doing it almost that long, I think.
Think about it.
But they're, an extra $500 would probably keep them happy that way. But the other issue they have is the safety in the back of the pickup thing. If we were talking about how if they could figure out a way to make a seat or a bench or something that a person could sit on and be strapped in and still be able to reach the wand up, because they're standing up, and that's the dangerous for the start and go driving. And if they have a harness, we bought a harness thing, but still people can shift around. So if there's a way we could figure out a way to make a bench or a seat or
There is a strap
something.
from side to side,
Well, isn't there kind of
so they won't go out.
a U-shaped brace in there already?
We could ask the guys to come
Yeah,
up with
there's
something.
a thing, like a bar that they can hold on to, but
Yeah,
they're,
but then they have a strap around there.
yeah, but it's still not real safe, so.
Put a coin.
Well, and they're all not getting younger.
Then if the wand was put on the other side of the truck, where one guy could handle it.
But then that guy's driving on the wrong, then you gotta drive in the wrong side more. And then you also have to have a strong enough arm to hold it out there for a long period of time.
I did it for a few times that way.
Oh, and the other thing was that they have to be allowed to do it at night, because with the people that they have, they've only got like 20-some people, 25 people that can do it. And you need 2 at a time, and the work schedule of the people that do it, they just can't all do it that early in the morning. They have to be able to do it in the evening. Maybe not all the time, but some of the time.
Is that gonna work?
Just so they get it watered every day.
It's better if they do it in the morning though.
Sure. Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, wow. That's what I plant, then they don't get a chance to grow fungus.
I'll sell you some fungicide.
There goes the cost again.
Pretty quick at that.
So what do we need, the motion for 120 baskets, and
Was it him?
do you have?
What exactly are you
Do you
looking
have a
for,
detail, Kathy? or-
Yeah, he 120 at 32 apiece is what Roger said, that he needed, 3,000, or the cost was
38.40.
Yeah, $3,840.
$3,840.